Hey there, future homeowners. Picture this. You're scrolling through listings, heart racing, because that perfect starter home, the one with the white picket fence and room for your dreams, is slipping away as prices climb higher every month. Well, here's the wake-up call you need. U.S. home prices are projected to rise another 3 to 5% in 2025. But right now, in these 10 hidden gems across the country, you can still snag an affordable slice of the American dream before the rush hits. I'm your guide through this exciting journey, and trust me, if you're a first-time buyer feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. But today, we're turning that maybe someday into heck yes now. Alright, let's kick things off in the Steel City that's got more heart than rust these days, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right in the heart of the Northeast. Folks, if you're dreaming of a city that blends big city buzz with small-town charm, this is it. The median home price here for a starter? Around $260,000. And what does that get you? A sweet 1,500 square foot, 3-bedroom charmer, think brick row house, with a tiny backyard perfect for summer barbecues or your first herb garden. Why's Pittsburgh a first-time buyer's paradise? Start with the jobs. Healthcare giants like UPMC and tech hubs from Carnegie Mellon are pumping out opportunities in medicine, engineering, and IT. Salaries averaging $60,000 for entry-level roles, way above the national starter wage. Lifestyle? Oh, it's electric. You got the Three Rivers for kayaking on lazy afternoons, world-class museums like the Carnegie, and neighborhoods like Lawrenceville bursting with street art and farm-to-table spots. Schools are a win too, strong public options in the suburbs like MT Lebanon, with high graduation rates over 95%. And amenities? Pro sports teams, the iconic inclines for skyline views. It's like living in a postcard. Fun fact. Pittsburgh has more bridges than Venice, 446 of them. Imagine biking across one at sunset, coffee in hand, feeling like you own the world. Looking ahead, prices here are stable with just a 2 to 3% bump expected in 2025, thanks to steady inventory. So, if you're ready to trade city stress for riverfront bliss, Pittsburgh's calling your name. Who's with me? Shifting gears to the heartland. Welcome to Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the Midwest, where affordable isn't just a buzzword, it's a lifestyle. Median starter home? About $235,000 for a 1,600 square foot, 2 to 3 bedroom single-family gem, spacious enough for a home office and playroom, with that classic Midwest yard for weekend touch football. What makes Fort Wayne shine for newbies like you? Jobs are booming in manufacturing, healthcare, and finance. Think giants like General Motors and Parkview Health offering solid $55,000 starting salaries and low unemployment under 3%. Lifestyle-wise, it's pure Midwestern magic. For seasons of festivals, from the Three Rivers Festival with fireworks that light up the night, to quiet trails along the rivers for those reflective walks. Schools? Top-notch, with the Northwest Allen County system ranking in the top 5% nationally. Great for families planning ahead. Amenities abound. The vibrant downtown with craft breweries, the children's zoo for pint-sized adventures, and parks galore. Here's a fun one. Fort Wayne is home to the world's largest high school, over 3,500 students. But don't worry, the community vibe keeps it feeling like one big family. Outlook? Prices should hold steady with a gentle 3% rise, fueled by growing population but ample new builds. If you crave that welcoming, no-fuss vibe where neighbors wave from porches, Fort Wayne might just steal your heart. Yeehaw, let's head south to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where the energy is as big as the sky and your wallet stays happy. Starter homes clock in at a friendly $240,000 median. Snag a 1,400 square foot, 3-bed beauty with a garage and fenced yard, ideal for your first grill out or pup zoo mice. Reasons to fall for OKC? The job market's on fire. Aerospace with Tinker Air Force Base, energy sector booms, and healthcare jobs pulling in $58,000 averages. Perfect for that steady climb. Lifestyle? It's a mix of cowboy cool and urban edge. Stroll Bricktown's canal for live music and craft brews, or catch a Thunder game that gets the whole city buzzing. Schools like Norman Public rank high with strong STEM programs, setting kids up for success. Amenities? Scissortail Park for picnics, the Oklahoma City National Memorial for poignant history lessons, and 300 sunny days a year. Talk about recharge mode. Fun fact: OKC hosted the world's first Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 1933, proving it's always been a star. Future prices? Expect a modest 4% uptick as demand grows, but with tons of inventory, you've got breathing room. If you're after that wide-open, opportunity-filled life, saddle up for OKC. Now pour yourself a mint julep, virtually, of course. And let's bourbon our way to Louisville, Kentucky, another Southern sweetheart. Median price for starters, $280,000, landing you a 1,500 square foot, 3-bedroom with character. Maybe a historic touch in Germantown, complete with a porch swing for those storytelling evenings. Why Louisville? Jobs and logistics, hello, UPS Hub, healthcare via Norton, and bourbon industry means $60,000 entry gigs and low 3.5% unemployment. Lifestyle's a delight. Bike the Ohio River trails. Dive into the vibrant New Lou Arts District for murals and farm fresh eats, or chase waterfalls in nearby Falls of the Ohio. School shine, Jefferson County has gems like DuPont Manual with 98% college placement. Amenities? The Kentucky Derby's electric energy, the Muhammad Ali Center for Inspiration, and distilleries that turn any night into a toast to new beginnings. Fun highlight: Louisville's the birthplace of the cheeseburger, because who doesn't love a city with epic food origins? Price outlook: a steady 3 to 4% growth, balanced by new construction. If soulful Southern hospitality with a side of adventure sounds like home, Louisville's your Derby winner. Braving a bit of chill? Head up to Rochester, New York in the Northeast, where innovation meets affordability, and fall leaves put on a show like no other. Starters here? Median $220,000 for a 1,300 square foot, 2 to 3 bed colonial, cozy nooks for bookshelves, and a yard that glows in autumn gold. Key draws: jobs in optics and imaging, Kodak roots run deep, education at the University of Rochester, and healthcare. Averaging $57,000 starts with under 4% unemployment. Lifestyle? Finger Lakes wine trails for weekend escapes, the Erie Canal for paddleboard serenity, and a food scene from garbage plates to fine farm-to-table. Schools are stellar. Rochester City ranks improving with 90% graduation, plus magnets like Brighton. Amenities: the strong National Museum of Play for endless kid joy, lilac festivals that perfume the air, its whimsical wonder. Fun fact: Rochester's nickname is the Flower City. Over 2,000 acres of blooms make every spring a fairy tale. Prices? Stable at 2 to 3% rise, with inventory favoring buyers. If you love 4 seasons of magic and a creative spark, Rochester's blooming for you. Gateway to the West, anyone? St. Louis, Missouri, in the Midwest, where the arch points to possibilities, and your starter home budget goes far. Median, $230,000 for a 1,400 square foot, 3-bed ranch style, open kitchen for family feasts, and a basement ready for movie nights. Why bet on St. Louis? Booming biotech and manufacturing jobs at Boeing and WashU Medical. $59,000 averages. Unemployment at 3.2%. Lifestyle: arch views for inspiration, Forest Park bigger than Central. For runs and rowboats, Delmar Loops jazz and murals pulsing with energy. Schools? Parkway District tops charts with 95% proficiency. Amenities: Cardinals baseball under summer stars. City museums, wild playground chaos, pure joy. Rocket City, assemble. Huntsville, Alabama, deep south, where space dreams fuel real-life affordability. Starters, $310,000 median for a 1,600 square foot, 3-bed modern energy-efficient builds with room for a home lab or just hobbies. Reasons? Aerospace explosion at NASA and Redstone Arsenal means $65,000 engineering starts, 2.5% unemployment, jobs galore. Lifestyle: Montesano hikes for starry nights, big spring parks, ducks, and festivals. Craft beer in the village of Providence. Schools ace it. Huntsville City boasts 92% graduation, STEM focus. Amenities: U.S. Space and Rocket Centers, IMAX thrills, Cotton District's historic charm. Fun fact: Huntsville launched America's first satellite, Sputnik 2. You're next in line for big launches. Out where the red dirt meets opportunity, Lubbock, Texas, Southern Plains style. Median starter, $220,000 for a 1,500 square foot, 3-bed ranch, windswept yard for stargazing, Texas tough. Why Lubbock? Agribusiness, Texas tech jobs in education and energy, $55,000 starts, 3% unemployment. Lifestyle, 260 sunny days for winery tours, Buddy Holly's music legacy in every dive bar, Caprock Canyon's hikes. Schools, Friendship ISD excels with 94% scores. Amenities, Science Spectrum's interactive fun, live music that gets your boots tapping. Fun highlight, birthplace of rock and roll pioneer Buddy Holly. Channel your inner Peggy Sue on a house hunt. Outlook, steady 3% growth. If wide skies and warm welcomes beckon, Lubbock's your tune. Westward ho to Boise, Idaho, where mountains hug the city and starters still feel like steals. Median, $500,000, yes, a stretch, but for a 1,400 square foot, 3-bed with views? Worth it in this gem. Draws, tech boom at Micron outdoor jobs, $62,000 averages, 3.1% low. Lifestyle, Boise River floats, Basque Block festivals, farm stands bursting with freshness. Schools, Boise District's 90% proficiency. Amenities, Idaho Botanical Garden concerts, world-class skiing nearby. Fun fact, Boise's the end of the Oregon Trail. Your modern trail to homeownership starts here. Prices, 4 to 5% rise, but inventory's improving. If adventure's your middle name, Boise's peak perfection. Final stop, Surprise, Arizona, Southwest sun-soaked suburbia. Starter median, $420,000 for a 1,700 square foot, 3-bed stucco, pool-ready yard for desert pool parties. Why? Retail, healthcare growth near Phoenix, $58,000 starts, 3.8% unemployment. Lifestyle, white tank hikes, spring training baseball, community vibe. Schools, Dysart tops with 88% grads. Amenities, Surprise Stadium's pro vibes, aquatic centers for splashy fun. Fun fact, named Surprise for its unexpected fertility in the desert, much like finding your dream home here. Outlook, 3% steady. If sunny dispositions and space call, Surprise, it's home.